Madison, Wisconsin. Out of millions of young football players who grow up dreaming of making it to the NFL, only a small fraction of them ever do. And of that already tiny number, an even tinier one represents the guys who get to play for their team, the one they grew up rooting for every Sunday while they were dreaming of getting on that field, any field. You have to be incredibly dedicated, hardworking, and honestly, a little lucky to become one of those few. Or, you have to be Alec Ingold. ESPN's Packers reporter Rob Demovsky tweeted Tuesday evening that former Badgers Ryan Connelly, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Ingold are visiting with the Packers this week for Local Prospect Day. So, while no, the Green Bay, Wisconsin native has certainly not locked down a roster spot among his childhood heroes, he's taking a step in that direction, one he never could have imagined would even be an option to take. Yeah, it's unreal, Ingold said last month at Wisconsin's Pro Day when asked about potential playing in Green Bay. The Packers. Being able to play 15 minutes from your home. You just grow up idolizing everyone that ever walked into that building, so right now I just have to believe that I belong and that I'm gonna make a spot there. Whatever you want to call it, it's just a belief that I have to make it. At this point, put so much work in, this is kind of the end of one point, the start of another point, and I just need to hit that head on. Ingold knows he'd be a late rounder if he goes at all, and that's fine by him. His dream is just to make it, however, wherever, or whenever that may be. Ahead of his, Van Ginkel's, and Connelly's visit, here's a look back at more of what the three had to say at Pro Day about their journey to the NFL. Ingold, on what he hopes scouts and coaches see in him, going through this whole process. If you don't see yourself being a draft pick and believing it, then it's probably not gonna happen. Just all the moving parts that have to happen for a late-round, third-day type of guy, for everything to work out. Starting this whole process, that was my whole mindset, just have to believe that, and truly, everything I'm doing, I'm thinking that and I'm bracing that anytime these teams, scouts, coaches are seeing me, that's what they're seeing, a guy who's confident and thinks he should be a pick. Ingold, on what he wants to prove about himself in the fullback position, it's not the traditional just run into a linebacker every single possessions you're out there. Being able to line up at wide receiver spots or running back spots on third down, being able to do a little bit extra, play special teams. I just want to be able to show teams that it's not just a fullback you're getting. Connelly, on what he wants scouts to know about him, I think the thing I just try to bring up is I have great play recognition, you know, reading and reacting, diagnosing quickly. I think that's one of my strengths, so yeah, I just try to convey that to teams. Connelly, on what it's like to get closer to his dream, it's pretty crazy. Just talking to my parents after the combine, my mom, she thought it was kinda surreal watching me on NFL Network because she remembers that that's what I used to do. I used to watch the combine growing up, and I always thought it was interesting. It's cool to be at the point and start to reflect a little bit. Last couple of months have been a whirlwind, but it's exciting. Van Ginkel, on his mindset ahead of the draft, you just need one team to fall in love with you. That's what I've been telling myself this whole time. Just get one team that really likes you. And when it comes to game day, they're like, we gotta get this guy.